Guys, I have a question for you. Is it better to be lucky or good?
That is a good question. I'll take both.
Well, yeah, everyone would take both.
Better to be rich.
Then you can make your own luck, as they say in Titanic.
Yeah.
One of my favorite sayings is, the harder I work, the luckier I get. So
Okay.
That's deep.
that doesn't answer your question, but it is.
But I'll say good.
Yeah.
Well, we've got St. Patrick's Day coming up, so we're going to be talking all about luck in this episode. It's time for Electric Gold.
From Nashville, Tennessee, it's Electric Gold. What beer y'all drinking tonight, boys? Electric Gold, hear the speakers explode. 3 mics, 1 couch, fresh beer so cold. Hot chicken takes, yeah, we season it bold. Oh, hell yeah, it's Electric Gold. Come on, you boys and gold.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for listening. This is Electric Gold. I'm Ryan, and I'm here with Evan and John, and special guest returning to the Electric Gold podcast is Liam, a.k.a. The Captain. Welcome, boys. How's everyone doing today?
Doing great. Recovering. I had a St. Patrick's themed party at my house, and my God, I threw down. I won't say if I threw up.
But you
Both
did.
ways.
But you did. Congrats. I was just saying to you a few moments ago, at this ripe old age, that you could still throw down like that.
Hey.
I'm mighty impressed. So
Yeah.
way to go.
I got to represent.
Absolutely. Evan, how are you doing?
Yeah.
I hope that you enjoyed your vacation and are recharged and refreshed. And of course, Liam, we're so glad to have you grace us with your presence. How are
Thank
you
you.
doing today?
Good. Similar to John, we had a big day yesterday for St. Patrick's Day. Maybe not as bad as John, but kind of doing well. And yeah, kind of looking forward to the next couple of days. Patrick's Day isn't until Tuesday, but everybody celebrates way before here in the States.
Yeah.
And makes it drag out. So in Ireland, you get half a day off or a day off. Here you go for 4 or 5 days. So
Yeah. Liam, you could basically write the book or the instruction manual on how to celebrate St. Patrick's Day the right way. So, as
Yeah.
a true professional.
Yeah.
Boys, we have a lot to talk about. It's been a couple of weeks since our last episode, and apologize that we missed out last week. We were all over the place, jetting all over the country, and did not have an opportunity to coordinate. But we're back now. We've got so much to cover. But before we do any of that, boys, we've got to talk about what beers we're drinking. And Liam, as our special guest, we will let you start first. What are you drinking today?
Yeah, so one of my favorite breweries is here in Nashville, Yazoo Brewery, over in Madison, probably 10 minutes from my house. So drinking Yazoo Dos Perros, and it's a Mexican-style brown ale, and it's just like drinking liquid bread. It's absolutely delicious, and it's really great beer. It's been one of my favorites. Yazoo's been around 20-plus years now, and I've been a fan since I moved to Nashville, so really enjoy the beer.
Wait a minute. You're telling me that an Irish man on the week of St. Patrick's Day is drinking a Mexican beer made in Nashville? I'm
Yeah,
so
you gotta-
thoroughly confused.
There's only so much soup you can drink, kind of, I had to take a break from yesterday, and this is breakfast, so it's early.
Right.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But we'll be back in the Guinness and Murphy's here later today.
Perfect. Evan, what are you having today?
Well, in honor of St. Patrick's Day, boys, I'm drinking one of the most famous Irish beers in the world, having an old Smithwick's here. It's a traditional Irish red ale, as you know. It's smooth and slightly sweet. It's got that lovely toasted malt and caramel flavor. It was first brewed, guys, in Kilkenny in 1710 on land that used to belong to a 13th century Franciscan abbey, where monks had been brewing beer long before Smithwick's had even existed. And since it's been around since 1710, not only is it older than the United States of America, it's actually older than Guinness, which was founded in 1759. So here's one more little thing. Here's a pro tip from someone who is not actually a professional chef. It actually works really well when cooked into beef stew and shepherd's pie and the like. So
Now you're talking.
Wow, I'm coming over to
Yeah.
your house, dude.
I was going to say, now I'm getting hungry as well. Excellent choice. And yeah, Guinness, who's the real OG now, this John, we are
Yeah.
recording this at 12:30 on Sunday.
Yes,
So
indeed.
I imagine you're feeling the effects of yesterday, but are you breaking out a beer to celebrate with us today?
So at first I thought I was not going to. I woke up, I was like, oh my God, I can't drink a beer. And then I got some peer pressure. It was like ninth grade over at my cousin Austin's house all over again. So to keep the theme of Nashville to the nations, international beers, this is actually a Nashville beer. It's Tailgate Brewery's Lager Project. This is a Helles Lager, and it's made from like all German malts, and it's just a great German style beer. The end product exudes sophistication, yet remains crisp and quenching. Pour after pour. That's how I would say it. Oh, wait. No, that's how Tailgate Brewery said it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Either way, it's great.
Well, yeah, you can't go wrong with Tailgate. So tonight, guys, I am not drinking an Irish beer. I have my Irish pub shirt on. This is a great Irish pub up in Michigan that closed down after 100 years because someone got murdered there. But that's not the story I wanted to tell you. I want to tell you about my beer, which is Cooper's Original Pale Ale. This is not Irish. This is Australian. In honor of our great Australian on the roster, Patrick Yazbek, I'm drinking Cooper's Original Pale Ale. In 1862, Thomas Cooper made up a tonic for his sick wife using an old family recipe. Neighbors and friends soon got a taste of it. They loved it, and it became this beer. It's been brewed by the Cooper family for over 6 generations now. Their brewery has expanded to produce many different kinds of beers, but this is the original Cooper's. I'm glad to be here with you guys, celebrating Patrick Yazbek, celebrating Nashville SC, celebrating St. Patrick's Day, celebrating Liam being on the podcast with us. Cheers to you, boys.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers, boys.
Okay, we got a lot of ground to cover, so let's do this. It's time for the Week in Review. It's been a while since we last checked in, so let's roll the calendar back to Nashville's most recent home game against Minnesota on March 7th. Despite having a busy week ahead of them, Coach Callahan opted to field his best lineup for that matchup against a very good Minnesota United squad who had just come off of a 1-0 victory over FC Cincinnati. It was Barbie night, and the boys in gold came to party, especially Patrick Yazbek, who was aggressive in the attack in this match. That was most evidenced by Yazbek's shot on goal in the 26th minute, which was heading for the far post until a light tap by Sam Surridge converted the score and put the team up 1-0. Later in the first half, Christian Espinoza finally collected his first goal for Nashville SC, banging a rebounded Hani Mukhtar shot into a wide-open goal for a 2-0 lead. A couple of minutes later, Minnesota struck back when youngster Nectarios Triantis scored one of the most beautiful goals you'll ever see into the top left corner, drawing the game back to 2-1. But Sam Surridge slammed the door on any comeback with his second goal just a couple of minutes into the second half. Yazbek made a terrific run into the right side of the box where Espinoza set him up perfectly. The Aussie found a trailing Super Sam who knocked in the final goal of the evening, giving Nashville a 3-1 victory. On Wednesday night, it was the much-anticipated showdown with Inter Miami in the CONCACAF tournament, with the first leg of the matchup being hosted in Nashville at Geodis Park. Any expectation that Coach Callahan might write off the tournament were erased when the lineup was announced, as most of the typical Nashville starters were listed. Warren Madrigal did get the start on the left wing, Matthew Corcoran was back in action starting in the midfield, and Reed Baker-Whitting got the nod at left back. All night long, Nashville looked good, but maybe just not good enough. The team created several scoring opportunities, but they rarely got their shots on target. Miami's keeper, Dane St. Clair, looked solid in goal, made a few good saves to preserve the shutout. But on the other side, Brian Schwacke faced his first true test of the season, and he delivered admirably, commanding the backline and making a great save of his own. A late-game point-blank shot from Lionel Messi that most goalkeepers do not survive. That was actually Miami's only shot on goal all night long. Nashville nearly doubled the number of shots that Miami had, and they played tremendous defense to shut down one of the league's most potent offenses. The game ended in a 0-0 draw, meaning the matchup next week in Miami will have high stakes for moving on in the tournament. And finally, just yesterday on Saturday, Nashville wrapped up their busy week with a short trip to Columbus to face the Crew. Columbus has been winless thus far entering the match, having racked up a loss to Portland and draws with Kansas City and Chicago. And of course, they are led by Uruguayan forward Diego Rossi, who led the team in scoring last season with 16 goals. After such a busy week, Coach Callahan opted for a heavily rotated side for Nashville. Madrigal and Rubens Pacius started up front with Alex Mule and Awesome Qasem on the wings. Brian Acosta started alongside Eddie Tagseth in the middle, and the backline featured Jack Mayer, Josh Bauer, and Dan Lovitz alongside Maxwell Wiledzi. Given the lineup changes in the hostile environment, no one would have faulted Nashville for simply earning a draw in this one. The boys in gold dodged a bullet in the 18th minute when a score from Taha Habrune, is that how you pronounce him?
No idea.
No?
I have no
Sounded
idea.
great.
Taha Habrune was waved off due to offsides. The first half ended in a 0-0 stalemate, and the second half was playing out in much the same manner, but slowly Coach Callahan began rotating in the stars. Surge and Mukhtar were inserted into the game at halftime, and then Yazbek was called on in the 61st minute. Espinoza subbed in the 67th minute, and then Andy Nahar came on in the 77th minute. All of these subs were important for what happened next. The pressure began to build as Nashville's top players asserted control of the match. In extra time, with maybe a minute to go, Nahar found Espinoza on the right side of the box, and then Espinoza pulled off an incredible series of moves to shake his defender right out of their cleats, crossed a perfect ball in front of the goal, and that's where Hani Mukhtar appeared, deftly slicing the ball left, past the keeper and into the net for a 1-0 lead, and the 25,000th goal in MLS history.
Woo!
The game was called shortly after, and Nashville came away with a late theft on the road to collect all 3 points. Look around the rest of the country. The CONCACAF tournament featured Philly losing to Club America 1-0, Cruz Azul beating Monterrey 3-2, and LAFC drawing with Alajuelense
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Ooh.
1-1 at home. LA Galaxy pummeled Mount Pleasant 3-0. San Diego won a shootout with Toluca 3-2. FC Cincinnati dominated Tigres.
Yeah.
Tigres?
Tigres. Yeah.
Tigres 3-0, and Seattle beat Vancouver 3-0 on the road. In the MLS this weekend, Toronto and the Red Bulls played to a 1-1 draw. Atlanta thumped Philly 3-1. What is going on in Philly? We'll talk about that later.
I'll talk about it later. Yep.
Atlanta thumped Philly 3-1. Charlotte survived a 0-0 draw with Inter Miami. NYCFC continued their winning ways by beating Colorado 3-1 with a brace from Nicolas Fernandez. And Orlando found the winning column for the first time with a 2-1 victory over Montreal. DC United surprised with a 2-1 road victory over Chicago. Dallas and San Diego hosted a scoring explosion that ended with a 3-3 tie. And that one featured a hat trick from Peter Musa. Houston beat a struggling Portland 3-2, and LA Galaxy fell at home to Sporting Kansas City 2-1. Salt Lake beat Austin 2-1, and LAFC easily dispatched St. Louis 2-0 behind a brace from Matteo Chonieri.
Hey.
Okay.
MLS names, baby.
Yeah.
Well,
I am not doing any worse than the Apple announcers, by the way.
No, you are not.
No.
Or the Fox announcer on
Oh, the
Wednesday.
Fox
Oh, my
announcer.
God.
Jeez Louise.
Anyway, today we'll see New England host FC Cincinnati, Vancouver will host Minnesota, and Seattle will visit San Jose, in which should be an excellent match between two top Western Conference teams. Guys, that's the roundup for a very busy week in soccer in America. I'd love to hear some of your initial thoughts. Again, we've missed last week, so anything you want to pick out among the last 3 matches that Nashville has played. And Liam, as our guest of honor, be happy to start with you. What are your thoughts about the team right now?
Yeah, it's quite a change from this time last year, last couple of years. So it's a lot of excitement, a lot of positivity. Prepping for this pod, I've got no hell no. I guess freaking out, and I've been struggling. So it's all good, all positivity. I think the team looks solid. Last night we had what you could call a B team starting, and we held them to a 0-0, or kind of up until we brought on some finishers, and then those guys kind of took care of it for us. It's really really solid team right now and exciting, and the keeper's so good. It's so nice to see a keeper that's good with his feet, and so yeah, kind of all positivity from my side here.
Wonderful. Yeah. John, you have any thoughts?
I'm just impressed that we can get results in a variety of ways. Like
Yeah.
at home, we come out and just pummel teams where we're dominant, which is what you ask for at home. And then on the road, we can sit back and play on the counterattack and still get results that way. Basically, our trifecta of stars up top, they're going to keep us in any game. We could be on the back foot all game long. And as long as those three are on the field, they're going to create a chance, and a pretty good chance at a goal at some point during the game. I don't know if he's a listener of ours, but at least someone we've interacted with online. There's a guy named NSC Jake. He referred to Espinoza, Surridge, and Mukhtar as the Cerberus, like the multi-headed dog.
Yeah.
And I think one of the Apple or MLS guys picked up on that name, the Cerberus. So I think that might be catching on outside of the Nashville world. So yeah, I like it. I like calling it the Cerberus. As long as those three guys are on the field, we're probably going to win. That's all there
Wow.
is to it.
Wow.
It doesn't matter if we're up against it, and it doesn't matter if we're dominant. We're probably going to win.
Absolutely. Yeah. Good vibes all around. Evan, what are your thoughts? What are your reactions to all of this?
Yeah, it's been a great week or so in NSC world. I think what strikes me the most is the result against Miami. Initially, I was disappointed because we were the better team. We should have won that match. Like you said earlier, we outshot them. It was 15-8 in our favor overall with a 4-1 shots on goal ratio. Our XG was 1.21. Theirs was 0.49. And that's Miami with Messi. So,
Yeah.
Finishing was poor that night. That's not always going to be the case. I think what stands out the most is that we can definitely progress in this tournament against Miami. We just need a great performance down in Fort Lauderdale.
It can happen. I mean, I know that probably people are going to be quick to count us out. Certainly Miami's going to be the favorite, but Nashville, this is a different Nashville. This is not your daddy's Nashville SC. And well, we'll talk about all of it, but Espinoza, we are now in the era of Espinoza, guys.
Yes,
Welcome to the Espinoza era, and it is good. There's a lot of bright light around. Yeah, I was impressed by the Minnesota performance, the Miami performance. Eking out the win last night was terrific. So much fun. I was totally satisfied with a draw on the road with our B team. I was going to be happy with that. But I'll tell you, when the Stars got into the game, I just had a confidence level that maybe in years past I wouldn't have had. I was like, I think we could probably pull this one out. And sure enough, we did with like a minute left. It was crazy. We're riding high right now to start the season. It feels good. And there's plenty of things for you guys to pick from in this next segment because it's time to talk about your absolute favorite thing from the past week. It is time for All Hell Yeah. Evan, we will start with you on this one. What's your All Hell Yeah for this week?
Yeah, I think I'm going to give mine to our Australian unsung hero.
Yes.
Patrick Yazbek. I mean, he's just become one of Nashville's most influential players over the last few matches. He's just completely changed the tempo in the midfield. He's clean on the ball. He's sharp between the lines. He's relentless in the press. Another thing that stands out is just how quickly he wins second balls and turns them into forward momentum, which of course fits perfectly in this, proactive style under Coach Callahan. His ball progression and his composure under pressure have helped us control long stretches of the matches in a way that we struggled to last season. He's just become the engine of this team. He's a connector, he's a disruptor, and he's just a tone setter all at the same time. I just seriously impressed, and I just think, oh, hell yeah, get this guy on the field, keep this guy on the field. Only good things can come from it.
There are a lot of scoring midfielders in the league, but is he not making a case for an all-star bid?
Mhm.
Oh,
I mean,
I gotta
he's
think
looked
so.
tremendous.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been dominant. Last night, he really changed the game. I felt out of all the stars that we brought on, Nahar Espinoza and Mukhtar combined for that goal, but it was when Patrick Yazbek came on the field that the whole thing really changed. Like we took control of the midfield at that point, and man, this guy's gonna earn a big fat pay increase. I hope it's from us.
I was gonna say, I mean, it may not be in the MLS either.
The future captain material. They've been on the pod last year where I was like, this guy is rock solid. He's getting in. He's not in the right formation yet, but he's such a leader on the field. You know, kind of when you're out there watching him, and you know, it's just amazing to watch him just dictate that entire midfield and that whole area. So when he's on, we're so much stronger. Yeah.
Yep.
Now he's getting more and more involved in the offense.
Yep.
Like he had a couple of assists in the Minnesota game. He was instrumental last night as well. I mean, he's all over the field. And I know we've often talked about like Eddie Tagseth just being everywhere all the time. But man, Yazbek, defense, offense, middle of the field, whatever you want, he's involved. And it's been all for the good. So, yeah, here's to him. All right, John, give us your all hell yeah.
Christian Espinoza, guys.
Mm-hmm.
My God, I love this guy. And I didn't really know. I didn't watch a lot of San Jose. I'll fess up.
What?
I know, right? So I didn't know exactly how good he was. And I am seeing it live in person now. He changes it. He is a game changer for us. He is so incredible, and he exemplifies my favorite thing about soccer. In all the world, I have always been a fan of Argentinian soccer, and he is the first Argentinian to play for us. And there's something about Argentinian soccer that really is specific to them. It's called La Pausa, the pause. And it's something, if you watch him, the ball will come to him, and he just has this way of slowing down the entire game. The defense crowds to him. He holds it into the last second, and then, boom, he accelerates the game again with a perfect through pass to someone who's making an off-the-ball run. If you watch him, oh my God, it's such a beautiful thing to see. One of my favorite players of all time was the master of La Pausa. He was an Argentinian guy named Juan Roman Riquelme, and he retired maybe 10 years or so ago. He was dominant for Boca Juniors, and he was the master of it. The guy was not an athlete. He could not run 10 feet, but he dominated the game because he would get the ball, and he'd just hold it and hold it and hold it, and then boom, accelerate, and every single time. And it's almost like a bullfighter.
Yeah.
Like the master bullfighter, like waiting until the last second to pull that cape away.
You're all right.
And it's a beautiful thing. And it's why, to me, it should be called a beautiful game, is this little just masterpiece. And Christian does it all the time. And then, of course, he also has the dribbles like we saw last night. Has anyone checked on poor Camacho? I mean, 2 broken ankles on one play.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, man. I jumped out of my seat and I was like, oh, hell yeah. I can't believe we have Christian Espinoza on our team, and I get to watch him every single game. It's such a joy. I love the guy.
It's kind of an embarrassment of riches to have him, Mukhtar, and Sam Surridge all up there up front.
It's really unfair.
Crazy. I mean, it's something special. All right, Liam, have these guys stolen your thunder, or do you have another all hell yeah for us?
Yeah, so we're kind of fortunate we got so many, right? I definitely had similar to Evan and John. For me also, like last Wednesday night in Toyota Stadium, so wet, windy, miserable, but there was one man up there pounding a drum, Taylor Washington, in the stands, just
Bravo.
fair game. He was up there, so much energy, brought the crowd back. Like there was a lot of Messi fans in there, and he was down there just counteracting their noise and counteracting everything, and just brought so much energy, the excitement, and the stand there was just so full of extra energy just because of one guy turning up and such a positive force, and really cool to see him there. So
that is awesome.
Taylor Washington.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, fantastic. He was a good player for us. He had a nice career, especially in earlier years in USL and everything, but he can probably be an even more impactful fan leader, you know what I mean? Like key games like that show up in the drum line, and he wasn't there just for like a cameo like before the game or something.
Yeah.
He stayed throughout the entire
Maybe,
That's amazing.
What a guy. What a guy.
Yeah, what a mensch.
All right, I'm gonna make this tough on you guys. I want to
Yeah.
see if it's even possible for you to pick out something that you didn't love about this past week. It's time for Oh Hell No. And so, Leah, we'll just stick with you and go in reverse. What was your Oh Hell No for this past week?
Definitely struggle. I think not getting the win on Wednesday night was tough, or at least a couple of goals. It was a great game. If you were a neutral there, and I was telling guys at work they don't watch football at all or soccer, they'll all draw and they're like, "Go away, boring game." But it was a end-to-end game. Could have been 3-3. Could have been a 3-0. So not having any goals and us not getting the win was my only all hell no. Really proud of the guys and held Messi to one shot, I think. Kind of a pathetic shot. So, really, really great performance, but it would have been nice to get the win there on Wednesday night and go down to Fort Lauderdale next week with a little bit less pressure.
Fair enough. Yeah. Again, you're nitpicking at this point
Yeah,
because
for
you
sure.
went toe to toe with the
It was
MLS
an amazing
champs.
game, right? Yeah.
Right. John, do you have an all hell no for us?
Yeah, it's just a slight one, but it's a guy that probably features a lot in our Hell No's, and we gave him all hell yeah in the last episode, but Ahmed Qasem, he did not take his chance last night.
Damn.
With
Yeah.
that B team lineup, to me, him and Magical should have been running the show. Getting the ball to Woobens. Woobens was kind of invisible, but Woobens is the kind of guy, he's got to have service. He's not going to create his own goals,
No.
but if you
Right.
create a chance for him, he's probably going to put it in the back of the net. Qasem just looked lost out there. It's so disappointing because we all know the talent is there, and when it's on him to be the guy, it's not happening. And I really, really want it to happen because I really, really was excited about his signing. I had seen him before, and I really thought, man, this guy's gonna be good. Come on, Ahmed,
Mhm.
prove me originally right that I was so excited about you coming. So
Yeah.
all hell no, Ahmed Qasem, just please start taking over the game. Be more aggressive. I don't know what to do. Just be more aggressive is the main thing. Be a leader out there.
You think he was late or not late?
I don't think he's lazy. He's casual,
Yeah.
and there is a difference.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of good players that
Casual
are
skill.
casual, and you kind of need to be cool, but you also need to be fiery at times.
Yeah.
You need to be able to mix it up, and I'm just not seeing the fire.
Yeah.
I was wondering if he's playing the right position. Is he a finisher or is he a setup guy? I feel like maybe we don't know what he is. I'm not sure.
I feel like he's a playmaker. I do feel one of the wings is where he should be. I wouldn't feel great about him being like a striker.
Mhm.
I don't think. He's good at headers because he's got the height. And when he does get a chance, he can score goals. We've seen it. But yeah, I'd rather him create. And I'm not seeing a lot of it. Like his dribbling ability, he should be taking defenders on more.
Yeah. Just to try and buffer it a little bit, one part of his game that I continue to really like, and I saw it last night too, is his defense in the offensive side of the field is really pretty good.
Yes, I do agree there.
When they gain possession, usually because he turned it over or something, but like when they gain possession, he slows them down. He makes them misdirect. And like he definitely gives our team an opportunity to recover. But yeah, in terms of offense, it just does not seem like he's figuring it out with whatever BJ's system or the particular players that he's playing with. I'm not really sure, but it doesn't seem like that chemistry is really working itself out yet. Evan, last but not least, do you have any all hell and alls to lay on the table?
Yeah, I'll lay one on the table, but it's for a former Nashville player, not a current one. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Derek Jones
Ooh.
was banned for life from MLS in the past week or so. It was for gambling on games, one of the most serious integrity cases MLS has ever seen.
Yeah.
The investigation into it found that he was involved in extensive gambling, including bets tied to his own team's matches, which is just a line you cannot cross. These violations happened in 2024 and 25. Plenty of strong evidence. One particular example, he and the other guy who was banned at the same time, Yaboa, had both bet that Derek Jones would get a yellow card in a particular match between the Crew and the Red Bulls. And so for a former Nashville player, for a guy who used to have some real upside in the league, it's just a shocking and sad end to his MLS career. So all hell no, DJ.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have gambled on games, buddy. And for anybody else out there, and I'm sure it's so tempting for players now in the era of easy, legal, professional sports betting. You just can't do it.
Especially in MLS where the salaries are not exactly like NBA players or NFL players, it's got to be tempting.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say is that it's not like these guys are, except for like the top level players. Most
Yeah.
of these guys are not making like huge payroll, huge salaries. So I could see the temptation.
Did you see the video of the yellow card game though? The one in particular? It was the most blatant. He clearly just reached out and grabbed a guy. And it was so clear when you match it up with the evidence, like it had to be then. I don't know if the bet was like that he was going to get a card in such and such minute or something. It's so sad to see.
Wow.
Boy, any sports event that you watch now, the gambling is just constant. Every ex-player is on the screen telling you to gamble.
Yeah.
And the players that are on the field right now, they're supposed to be clean or whatever. But I mean, come on. There's no way that they can turn this down if they can make it work. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's sad.
It is sad. And it's also, I think we're in an era where regulation across sports and beyond is just pretty much like thrown out the window.
For real.
And like people are pretty much disregarding it. John, you and I watch a lot of NBA, and there's constantly, I'm thinking, this game is absolutely rigged. Like, it's all
like
the time.
Bam Adebayo scoring 83 points in a game.
Yeah, like maybe, like that doesn't make sense. And it's a real shame. It, of course, compromises the integrity of sport when it happens. And you would hope that there's some way for us to figure out solutions around this or enforce it more harshly. It's good to see that they're putting such a strict punishment on these guys to hopefully dissuade future
Anyone else
players from doing it. So that is nice to see. But man, it's too late. It's already in the record books, and that game counted. I don't know what the game was or how important it was, but it counted in the overall scheme of things and the standings and whatnot. So it's too bad that we have to deal with that. Since we have Liam here with us, he has joined us previously on the podcast, but it's probably been close to a year since we last saw you, Liam. We would love to hear just a little bit of what's been going on with you. People get to hear our dumbasses all the time, every week, just about, and they're probably tired of hearing about us. Let's hear about life of Liam, catching up with the captain. What have you been up to this past year? And of course, what's your journey been as far as like watching NSC as well? We'd love to hear just like what your feelings have been over the course of last season into the beginning of this year.
Yeah, for sure. Yes, it has been a year. I think last time we joined we were talking about St. Patrick's Day also. From a personal perspective, a little quieter. I've stepped back from Nashville Gaelic Athletic Club quite a bit. We have some great leaders over there now running the show, and club continues to grow and very focused on Gaelic football, huge on Gaelic football, and hurling continues to grow within the city. So really proud of my work there. I was there for 10 years or so, and I've taken 3 nights a week, a couple of hours on weekends. So for the first time in 10 or 11 years, I suddenly have all this extra free time that I really almost don't know what to do with. So I've gotten into plants and walk every day. And my goal is to do a 5K walk with my dog every day. In reality, that happens maybe 3 times a week, but still.
Every day is ambitious. That's
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
that's really good.
Yeah, my dog is getting older, so I got to slow down for him, of course.
Yeah. And
Dog's fault, right?
and maybe you are too.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. So it's been a much quieter year for me. From a football perspective, my team at United are back in a high. We beat Aston Villa this morning, so that was good. And been watching tons and tons of all the NSC content I can devour, and it's been a really great 12 months for the NSC. Kind of turnaround that BJ's brought, the players that he's brought in, the strength, and every player is now playing at their capacity. We've got rid of some horrible word, but dead wood.
Yeah,
People,
that's true.
salary people that we had to move on just because of the cost. We say goodbye to some heroes like Walker and stuff like that as well. exciting time for sure, as you guys have started the pod with, and nervousness around injury. When we look at last night's team that started, they may not win every game, or they may not win many games, and so if we lose any one or three or four players that did come on as subs, we could be in trouble. So when you look back at years past, by this time of the season, we had, I think at one point we had a club sweep full of injured players. There was a camera roll to like 11 players in casts and legs up and all that kind of stuff during games a couple of years. So we're kind of fortunate this year, no injuries. We don't have.
Let's knock on that wood.
Yeah, I was about to do the same.
My caution or my nervousness around this, gonna we lose one or two players, and this whole thing kind of comes to a slow down quick. But definitely enjoying it while I can for sure. Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
Who's your favorite player on the team now?
Oh, really love Yazbek. Been a Yazbek fan since probably since he got here, and love Schwalke. Love having a good solid goalkeeper back there. Palacios is amazing. Great filler for Walker Zimmerman. Great replacement for Walker Zimmerman. Probably those 3 or 4 players. Excited about Willinsky.
Yeah.
There's a lot of excitement there for sure. Yeah.
It's hard to pick a favorite. They're like
It really is.
Your kids. It's,
Yeah.
Well, sometimes it's easy to pick a favorite with your kids. But
Some days easier than others.
yeah, right. Evan, John, you guys have any questions for Liam?
Liam, you left out something very important about your last year, and I bet you did it intentionally, but you know me, I'm going to bring this up. Liam has also been taking stand-up comedy classes.
Okay.
Is that right?
Can you tell us about your budding stand-up comedy career?
So I always preface this with I don't know why I'm doing this. So, kind of my biggest fear is standing in front of people. So kind of that goes against everything that stand-up comedy is. But there's a comedy school here in Nashville, Third Coast Comedy, down in Marathon Music Works. There's a beginner's class for 4 weeks, and then there's a secondary class that you can do 8 weeks. So I'm going to do the 8-week class, I think, starting in late March, early April. But I did the 4-week class in October. And it was a lot of fun. Great, met new people. Great afternoon. It goes just for 2 or 3 hours on a Saturday afternoon. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and helps me with my stage fright and all that kind of stuff. So it was a good experience. Yeah.
All right, Captain. I'm going to put you on the spot. Mount Rushmore of comedians. Go.
Right now,
like active comedians. Sure. Yeah.
I have an old Hickory, so Nate Bargatze.
There you go. Of course.
Sure.
He has jokes about falling down a hill on the other side of this window here.
Yeah.
So Nate Bargatze by far, like, he's all around clean, relatable.
Yeah.
Anybody can listen to him and not be awkward. I'll always love Jim Gaffigan.
Yeah.
Older comedians like Billy Connolly on the opposite end of that is kind of a little bit more risky maybe at times, but definitely Nate Bargatze right now. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Great answer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm so tempted. John, throw some
God.
Mount Rushmore of your own up there.
My God, man, you're really putting me on the spot. Because I'm bad with people's names, but I do love me some John Mulaney.
Yep.
Yes.
That's a funny motherfucker.
Yes. I agree.
I don't know. I don't go as deep as I should. Oh, man. This is terrible podcasting. Who's the Southern woman? Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Barb?
From Knoxville, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's great. No, I was thinking of someone. I can't remember her name.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. This is
That's usually my shtick right there.
Who's the lady with
What's
the
her name? What's her name?
Evan, do you have any additions to Mount Rushmore of stand-up comedy?
Yeah, sure. Of course, you guys well know my love for George Carlin, but my current favorite comedian is Jimmy Carr, the British comedian. His specials are fantastic lately, and he even wrote a movie that has just debuted on Netflix. No, excuse me, HBO, I think, called Fackham Hall, and it's hilarious. So yeah, let me go ahead and add my current favorite, Jimmy Carr, to the list.
Nice.
Excellent. Yeah. I'm just going to toss on there. It can be in the Theodore Roosevelt spot, but you got to have Bill Burr on this Mount Rushmore as far as I'm concerned. So, he's one of my favorites. All right. Well, cool. Thank you guys. Liam, thank you again. We really appreciate that you're joining us, but we're not done yet because now it's time for you to get real hot and spicy. It's time for the Nashville Hot Chicken Takes.
My hot chicken take is that these owners got skills to shake, entertain the crowd and get on the field. 'Cause why the fuck not?
And Liam, we're going to let you start with this one too. So What is your hot take for Nashville SC or not, or something else? It can be anything in life. What is your hot take right now?
So I was home last week in Ireland visiting family, and they had Nashville hot chicken on the menu. Um, Irish Nashville hot chicken is very different to Nashville hot chicken. It's pretty much a breasted chicken with sriracha sauce poured over it, is what they call
Yeah,
Oh,
it's not the
come
same.
on.
It's not the same.
Not the
Not the
same at
same.
all.
It was actually looked pretty nasty. So did not order that. But it was nice to see Nashville hot chicken traveling the globe, I guess. For me, hot chicken take is around Walensky. The energy and excitement around that, the way he revs up the crowd. And I'm a natural defender.
Yeah.
I was a defender. I just love to see that. We see it a lot with forwards, but him getting high-fiving the keeper, Schwartke and Palacios. And I think he's future Defender of the Year material.
Oh,
That may be
Love
too
it.
much of a hot take, but he's so solid back there. And he's only a couple of games in for us, 3 or 4 games in, maybe. Love to see the energy, love to see the passion, love to see the excitement. So, yeah, that's my hot take.
I love it.
that's a spicy one.
Maxwell was actually my alternate. Oh, hell yeah, because let me tell you, that game against Messi on Wednesday night was as dominant a performance by a defender as I have seen in MLS.
Yeah.
He shut him down. And he got help. Yazbek did great too, and Reed Baker-Whitting. But man, what Maxwell dominated that game.
Entire time, yeah.
Yeah, he did. Kept him in his pocket. And not only that, I'm starting to see he might have, in one game, got himself a World Cup ticket. He's from Ghana, and he has not been called up. But after that game, people around the world tuned in because Messi was playing. He started getting a lot of hype from people who cover the Ghana national team saying, we need to be calling this guy up for the March call-ups. And I don't know if he will or not, but keep playing like that, and you have a big career ahead of you, young man.
Yeah. His biggest competition for Defender of the Year might be his backline mate, Jason
Exactly.
Palacios.
Yeah.
They're both playing out of their minds. Also, wouldn't it be nice? Shouldn't there be a Nashville hot chicken commissioner who goes around and certifies whether this is actually can be called not Nashville hot chicken? Like if your recipe is just pouring sriracha on a piece of chicken, like you
That's
are
bullshit.
disqualified. You don't get to call it Nashville.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
It's kind of like champagne. Like you can't call it unless it's from, the exact
From
region.
the region.
Yeah. You should not be able to call it Nashville hot chicken if it ain't from Nashville.
That's correct. That's correct. And John, I think this is an ideal role for you, just to be the Nashville hot chicken commissioner of the world.
I will take on this solemn duty. Yes.
Evan, what's your hot take?
Well, so far this season, we've really been talking a lot about Nashville's new attacking prowess with Espinoza, the pressing, vertical play, tempo, all those things. But the real story is that none of that works without the spine of this team absolutely carrying it. And, I'm talking specifically about goalkeeper Brian Schwacke and our center backs. They're the ones who make this whole Nashville tactical evolution possible. Okay, so Schwacke, we had some questions about him early on. I think in the last, 3 matches, he has pretty much answered all of those questions that we had about him as far as shot stopping and directing the back line and all that. Our center backs, because we're pressing and pushing so high up, they're asked to defend higher, defend wider, and in more space than they ever were before under Gary Smith. And they've been doing an excellent job of it. They've been keeping the entire structure together. You got Walensky stepping into the midfield. You got Palacios cleaning up any chaos when things go a little bit sideways. Even Jack Mayer covering huge amounts of ground when he's in there. And so that is the foundation. So the hot chicken take is this, boys, that Nashville's attack is getting all the attention, but it's our defense who actually does the heavy lifting and makes it possible. All right. So we're doing a lot of squad rotation right now, 2 games a week. So we're seeing a lot fewer goals than we might ordinarily, but guys, the goals are going to come. The pressing is going to get cleaner. Right now, the reason why we have played so well during this stretch of games where we're playing more often than not 2 games a week is because our defense, the guys at the back, Schwacke, the center backs, are playing so well, allowing our fullbacks to get up the field, our midfield to get up the field, and our big name marquee players to put the ball in the back of the net.
Hear, hear. It's
Love
a
it.
great observation.
Yeah.
The defense has been incredible. And I mean, like you said, Jack Mayer's coming off the bench for us. He would start for half the teams in the MLS probably.
And he's been captain twice, Captain Jack. Yeah.
Right, Captain Jack. Josh Bauer is a backup wing back, and he is just so rock solid. I mean, like, I have complete confidence when he's in the game that, nothing's going to get by him. These guys, we've got incredible depth along the back line there. And you're right, Schwacke has performed really admirably. He still gives me the heebie-jeebies a little bit. Like, he makes me nervous, but I know it's all part of the design is to play around with your food a little bit, draw the opposing offense in, get them close, and then send the ball over top of them and get it past them quickly. It's just a nerve-wracking thing when he's passing the ball back and forth with Will Edsey right in front of the goal. I'm just like, get that thing out of there. But anyway.
One on Wednesday night, scared the living daylights out of me. I think it was Will back, and I was like, why would you do that? It's the middle of the goal. But both of them handled it well. But I was like,
they worked it out. Yeah. John, what's your hot take?
Yeah, hopefully this qualifies as Nashville Hot Chicken Hot. The lineup Wednesday had a few eye-openers. The game against Miami. There was Matthew Corcoran in for Eddie Tagseth, Reed Baker-Whitting in for Dan Lovitz, and then Magical in for Moyle. And here's my hot take. That lineup is going to be our number 1A lineup by the end of this season.
Whoa. Wow. That's Nashville Hot. Yes.
I really think BJ wants Corcoran as that progressive passer, and I think he wants him linking up with Yazbek. Eddie is obviously great, especially in the home games when we're expected to attack more, and he creates that pressure and just constantly causes those turnovers. But I think BJ wants control, and I think that's what a midfield of Corcoran and Yazbek gives us. We controlled that midfield against Miami, and that doesn't happen very often. They've got some beast in that midfield. Rodrigo De Paul, he was invisible against us, and I think that's one part. I really think Reed Baker-Whitting, he's got Messi's number. Last year, the Leagues Cup, we didn't watch much of the Leagues Cup because we weren't in it. Seattle beat Miami 3-0 in the final of that thing, and Messi did nothing in that game, and there was a young kid guarding him on that left side named Reed Baker-Whitting, and I really believe that game at the end of the last season, the thing the team looked at was how do we get past Miami? Because that was our number one tripping point. We couldn't get past them. How do we do it? Maybe signed the guy who dominated him. And I think he might have got on our radar because of that. And once again, he locked it down Wednesday night, and he's really good. The few games he's been in, I've really been impressed by him. And I know we all love Lovitz as well, but he's getting up there. I think it's time. Reed Baker-Whitting needs to get a lot of those minutes at left back. And then Magical, he's mostly been impressive too. And I think he gives us more than Alex Moyle does. Moyle still gives the pressure just like Eddie does.
Yeah.
But Magical has a bit more attacking presence.
Yeah,
obviously.
Magical is clearly to me more talented skill level, but Moyle still brings sort of that veteran presence and decision making. Believe it or not, I cannot believe I'm saying this. Alex Moyle's decision making is kind of an asset in that moment. So
he's growing into it. I mean, he's a qualified MLS veteran now. He's been with us since the team started.
Yeah, and before that, he had a successful career with the Red Bulls. So he's reliable for sure, and he executes the game plan to a T. They even commented on the broadcast last night. He went over to Andy Nahar and was telling him, you need to get up further. He was, coaching the other players on the field, like, we need to be pressing harder. And the fact that Alex is thinking that way, communicating to other players, I think that shows his value. But you're right. In the long run, the future, it's magical. Yeah. And I was so impressed with RB Dub as well. I mean, he's really exciting player on that left back. Lovitz is rock solid. But he's, I think, the second oldest player on the team behind Joe Willis. So we need to figure out what's our next option there. Good ones, guys, all around. I'm going to chug my beer, cool off a little bit here. Let's look ahead. It's time for the weekend preview. The boys in gold may be getting used to a frenetic schedule that has seen them juggling the start of the MLS season with the CONCACAF tournament play. They've only had 1 week out of the first 4 where they've not played 2 games, and this upcoming week will be no different. On Wednesday, the team travels to Miami to finish their CONCACAF matchup. After the first leg ended in a 0-0 draw, everything is riding on this match. Goals will be at a premium, and Nashville will be a heavy underdog as the away team. But despite a poor road record in 2025, so far the team's proven their mettle this year, and if everyone plays their best game, Nashville has a real shot to pull off the upset. And then next weekend, Nashville will return home to Geodis Park, where they will host Orlando City. Orlando has had a tough start to the season, amassing a record of just 1 win and 3 losses while scoring 5 goals and allowing 12. That's the most in the league so far this season. Most recently, they found their first win versus Montreal at home yesterday, and they're hoping that that will start a turnaround to their poor start. It sees them currently sitting at 12th place in the Eastern Conference. They are led by midfielder tandem of number 10 Martin Ojeda and Marco Pasalic, who were Orlando's top scorers last season. Time will tell if Coach Callahan opts for another heavily rotated squad after the midweek matchup in Miami, but with a home crowd behind them, the boys in gold should still enter the match as favorites. All right, guys. Again, a busy week ahead. The showdown in Miami is certainly probably top of mind for us, but I want to know what's going to happen in both games. So let's break out the crystal balls, y'all. And John, we'll start with you.
Yeah.
You got a crystal ball there. You can
Yeah, I got a ball.
give us some predictions.
Polish it. See what it tells me.
Rub it good, please.
I'm going to rub it good. All right. Wednesday night, down at Fort Lauderdale. There is one big advantage that we have going into this game, and this is that the CONCACAF Champions Cup, for some reason, is about the only competition left where away goals are a tiebreaker. So any tie with goals, 1-1, 2-2, whatever, sees us advance. So a 0-0 tie at home in the first leg, out of all possible ties, is actually the best result in such a scenario. So what's going to happen? Miami's going to come out. They're going to try to take the game to us right away in front of that home crowd. They got the GOAT, but we got the GOATer, Maxwell Willetzi. We're going to shut him down. Messi will score a goal, and it'll be his 900th goal of his career. So people are going to talk about that. It's going to be 2-2. Nashville advances on away goals.
Hell yeah.
It. Sam and Hani Mukhtar are going to get our goals. Actually, we're going to take a 2-0 lead in the first half, kind of playing on that counter. And then they're going to throw everything at us after that point, but we're going to hang on. 2-2 is my call.
Love it.
Then Saturday night, we play the other team from Florida, Orlando City. And we all hate Orlando City, don't we?
Very much.
Man,
Sure
I hate
do.
that team. I hate their fans. I hate everything about them. They're the one I wasn't expecting them to be our rivals like when we joined the league. But that's what just playing games just naturally has occurred. I think we generally hate each other, and they don't like us either. But, man, that's a bad team right now. They've already fired their coach, Oscar Pareja. They won their first game without him yesterday. But we're going to give the new guy his first loss, 3-1 in the Music City. It's going to be loud. It's an early game, 5 o'clock kickoff, or 5:15, I think.
Be there.
Yep, be there, be loud. It's going to be fun. It's going to be our last home game for a while. We looked it up, April 20th something, or until we advance and CONCACAF, then we'll have a home game in there somewhere. Anyway, 3-1. Sam Madrigal, and we keep calling it. We keep calling it all year last year. Eddie Tagsev is finally going to break his duck and get his first goal for NSC.
That sounds fun. Sounds like a great one. Evan, what are your predictions? What does your crystal ball say?
Yeah, well, let me get it out here and gaze deeply into it. And yeah, it looks like John is pretty close against Miami. He's exactly right. This is going to be a 2-2 draw with goals from Hani and Christian, and it is going to be enough to see us through to the next round. Now, because it's going to take just about everything we have down there to get that draw, I see us doing a more of a B team rollout against Orlando on Saturday. I think we're going to rotate pretty heavily, but bring in the starters in the second half. Like John mentioned, Orlando has a new coach as of this past week, and under this guy, they are playing more direct. They're playing faster, a lot more freedom up top, and they're going to try and create a lot of chaos, not necessarily control the game. They just want to create some chaos. As long as we control our game, Eddie and Patrick are going to, step up and step in early, force Orlando to build slowly. We're going to be okay. We're going to bring in the starters in the second half. Mukhtar drifts wide. Espinoza attacks the right. Surridge runs diagonally behind the line, and that's going to win the match for us, guys. We're going to come away with a 2-1 victory, and this time those goals are coming from Super Sam, Surridge, and Patrick Yazbek.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Like that. Sounds great. Now, Liam, do you have a crystal ball there? Is it an Irish-made crystal ball? Okay.
Irish gypsy ball or whatever you want. Yeah.
Sure.
And mine kind of go in line with what John and Evan so far. We win both games. The Miami game, we're going to win. I think John had a draw for Miami, sorry. Yeah. But we've 2-1 win down in Miami or down in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
With Espinoza and Surridge scoring. Messi gets his 900th goal, so he feels happy and goes away.
Yeah.
And in Orlando, when Orlando comes here, 1-0 win. So it'll be kind of a boring game just because we will have a secondary team out there most likely just after winning and celebrating in Miami. So we'll have Honey scoring the goal and maybe like the 75th minute. He won't come on till the 63rd or 64th minute.
All right.
And he'll score 10 minutes in and we'll finish the game 1-0.
Very nice. Kind of a repeat of what we just saw yesterday.
Yeah, very similar, yes.
Great, guys. Well, any way you slice it, you see it's going to come up all Nashville this week.
Yeah.
There's no possibility of anything else happening.
I don't see it.
All the crystal balls agree.
We've got the luck of the Irish on our side.
Do it.
Yep. Guys, now we are pressed for time and we kind of skipped this segment, but it just because normally we talk about keep your enemies closer. We talk about what's going on around the rest of the league.
Yep.
Don't have a ton of time, but I just do want to pose a question real quick to you guys. What the hell is going on with Philadelphia?
Yeah. They lost to a team, to Atlanta, who hadn't won it either, and now they're 0-4. Can you guys remember? They are the reigning Supporters Shield champion in MLS. They had the best record in MLS last
Seems
season.
so long ago.
It does. But I didn't think they were good last year. We beat them 3 times.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That doesn't seem as long ago.
Right. But they sold Baribo and Glesnes in the offseason and didn't really replace them with anything. So they didn't have much hype going into the season, but man, they stink right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Definitely a rebuilding year, I guess, for them, but they have to start rebuilding something.
Yeah,
so.
I don't feel bad for it.
No,
I don't care. I'm every loss they have brings me joy as long as it's not to Cincy or Miami.
Evan, anything else with Philly or any other teams around the league that you wanted to call out?
No, I was just particularly interested in the Orlando-Montreal match. And this upcoming match we have against them just really matters because with their win, the East is really tightening. It keeps them in the mix, shows that the boys in gold need to, even with a rotated squad, beat a team that's found new energy that may be a little unpredictable. So I see Saturday's match as a test, but also an opportunity to show that we can beat anyone, anywhere, any way we need to.
Totally. And Liam, did you have any surprises from around the MLS that you wanted to highlight?
Yeah, just really the Miami-Charlotte game yesterday. Really glad to see that finish in a draw. That did us a favor, keeps Miami 3rd place. Tough week from Miami with 2 draws, I guess, but yeah, good week for us.
Yeah, that is interesting. It makes you wonder, like, how long can we keep the lid on Miami's offense after Nashville shutting them down, Charlotte shut them down?
Yeah.
Are we going to see the same thing on Wednesday? I think so. I think there's no question about it. We're going to completely shut them down. Just going to embarrass them. Why not?
Yep. Why not?
Guys, this has been so much fun. And of course, it's been a blast having Liam join us. Before we get going, John, we've got a lot of things going on. We got a lot of different social media presence out there.
Yep.
And of course, we're still accepting nominations for our Underdog Hall of Fame. How can people reach out to us?
We are Electric Gold NSC. We are available on, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Blue Sky. Message us. We got some good recommendations already, some nominations for the Electric Gold Underdog Hall of Fame. So keep sending those in. And please give us a like and a follow. The follows, all this stuff matters because we're fighting that mighty algorithm.
Yeah.
That algorithm's a bitch.
It dominates our lives.
She must be fed. So yes, give us likes and follows. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Guys, this has been so much fun. Again, thank you all for listening. Sorry about missing last week. We won't let it happen again.
Never.
Hopefully you're enjoying this season. Hopefully you keep on following this team. You keep on cheering them on. You keep on wearing the jerseys and keep on going to the games and keep on tuning in. And of course, you keep on saying it. Come on, you boys in gold.
Come on, you boys in gold.
Come on, you boys and go!
We root for our team, we ain't never betraying it. Oh, hell no, it never gets old. Keep on cheering, keep on saying it. Come on, you boys in gold. Start the week off right, what's electric gold thinking? First things first, wanna know what you're drinking. We can review, and what did we learn? Hot chicken takes, you know I'm gonna burn. We root for our team, we ain't never betraying it. Oh hell no, it never gets old. Keep on cheering, keep on saying it. Come on, you boys in gold. Time to line up your tickets and your game day crew. Get your fit ready, you know how we do. Marching to the castle or on the road going away. Show enough time for NSC to play. We root for our team, we ain't never betraying it. Oh hell no, it never gets old. Keep on cheering, keep on saying it. Come on, you boys in gold. At the castle or a watch party, everyone in. Coach has got his lineup and a plan to win. Our players giving everything for you and me. Oh hell yeah, we love Nashville.